Someone in your family is about to die, and it will be because of you. Listen carefully before the shadow takes them forever. Listen carefully, for these words are not spoken by chance. I have come to you because you are standing at a dangerous point in your life, a moment where one wrong step could cost you someone you love forever. Right now, even as you hear my voice, there is a shadow moving silently around your family. It is invisible to your eyes, but not to mine. It lurks in your home, it follows your loved ones, and it waits patiently for the moment when their last breath will leave their body. This shadow is not there by accident. It has been growing stronger because of the choices you have made, the anger you carried, the pain you refused to heal, the words you never spoke, and the prayers you ignored. Every time you turned away from what was right, every time you gave in to weakness, that darkness took another step closer to the one you love. Now the time has come where the shadow no longer hides, it stands at the door. Someone close to you is trembling under its weight. Their strength is fading. Their spirit cries out for help. But you have been blind to their pain. And I am here to tell you, if you do not open your eyes now, you will watch them slip away, and the guilt will never leave your soul. You may be asking yourself, why me? Why my family? The answer is simple. Because the choices you make do not only shape your life, they shape the lives of those bound to you by love. And when you close your heart, when you ignore the warnings, when you choose silence instead of action, it is not only you who suffers, it is them. The one who depends on you, the one who loves you more than you realize. You have been given this warning because there is still time, just a little. But that time is fragile, like a candle about to burn out. If you wait too long, the flame will die, and once it dies, no power on earth will bring it back. This is why I speak with such urgency. This is why I tell you the truth that you did not want to hear. Someone you love is about to die, and your choices are holding the key to whether they live or fall into the silence of eternity. Do you know why I am speaking to you now? Because the one you love has already been touched by the hand of the shadow. It is not something that is coming in the far distance. It has already begun. You may have noticed it, but ignored it. The tired look in their eyes, the way their laughter has faded, the silence that covers them when they used to be full of words. These are not small things. They are signals. They are warnings that their spirit is weakening, that the darkness has already started to feed on their life. When they sit alone, you think they are only lost in thought, but I see the truth. I see the weight pressing on their chest, the fear they do not speak aloud, the secret cries they hide when no one is watching. They do not want you to know because they fear you will not understand. And perhaps they are right. For too long you have been deaf to the quiet suffering around you. But hear me now. What you see as silence is a cry for help. What you call tiredness is the shadow draining their strength. What you call distance is not them pulling away. It is death drawing them closer. And you still have not woken up. Every day that you delay, the grip of the shadow tightens. Every hour that you stay blind, the light inside them fades. If you wait too long, you will not be able to save them, no matter how much you beg, no matter how much you cry. Do you want to carry that guilt? Do you want to live with the memory that you had the chance to act, but you did nothing? I tell you this with fire in my voice. Their life is hanging by a thread, and you are holding the scissors. One careless moment, one selfish choice, one more day of silence, and that thread will snap. And when it does, you will remember these words. They are gone because of you. But there is still a path, a way to turn what is broken into healing, a way to push back the shadow before it devours them completely. The reason I speak to you is not only to warn you, but to awaken you. For if you wake up now, if you act now, if you open your heart now, you can still save them. But remember, the door is closing quickly. The shadow will not wait forever. Neither should you. You still do not see the full truth, so I will reveal it to you. The one you love, the one whose life is now being weighed on the scales, has been crying in silence for far longer than you realize. Their pain is not always visible to your eyes, but I have seen every tear they tried to hide, every night they lay awake while you believed they were asleep, every moment they forced a smile so you would not see the storm inside them. There were times when they wanted to speak, to tell you how heavy their heart felt, how close they were to giving up, but they stopped themselves because they thought you would not listen. And so, in their silence, the shadow found a way in. The shadow does not come with loud footsteps. It comes softly, like a whisper. It sits beside them when they are alone. It tells them lies. No one cares. You are alone. You are not strong enough. And with every lie, their strength crumbles. With every whisper, their hope fades. You may think it is just sadness, just stress, just another passing season. But I tell you, it is much darker than that. Their soul is tired, their body is weary, and their spirit is already being pulled toward the edge of the abyss. Every time you ignored their quiet cry, the shadow stepped closer. Every time you turned away, even for a moment, the darkness claimed more ground. Now it hovers so near that I can see its hand stretched out, its fingers brushing against their shoulder, ready to drag them into silence forever. And still you walk as if tomorrow is promised. Still you live as if you have time. But hear me clearly, you do not. If you knew how thin the thread truly is, you would not waste even a breath. You would not sleep. You would fall to your knees and cry out for their life. You would fight the darkness with every ounce of strength in your soul. But you are still distracted, still waiting, still blind. Understand this. The shadow has no mercy. It will not wait for you to be ready. It will not stop unless you stop it. And the only thing standing between your loved one's heartbeat and their final silence is you. So I ask you, will you let them slip away into the grave of your regrets? Or will you rise now, this very moment, and fight for them before death takes what can never be returned?
You still believe you have tomorrow, but I see what you cannot. I see the shadow standing closer now than ever before. Its face is hidden, but its presence is undeniable. It hovers near their bed when they sleep. It follows them when they walk. It leans over them when they are weak. You think it is only tiredness, only sickness, only stress. But no, it is death waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I hear its laughter. Yes, the shadow laughs at you. Every time you delay, every time you say, I'll change later, I'll act tomorrow, I'll speak when I'm ready, the shadow whispers, good, keep waiting. While you wait, they grow weaker. While you wait, I grow stronger. And with every delay, the distance between life and death grows thinner, like a candle flame about to be swallowed by the wind. They are not as strong as you think. Their body carries the weight of battles you never saw. Their heart hides wounds you never noticed. And while you live blind to their pain, the shadow takes pleasure in their suffering. It presses down on their chest, making it harder to breathe. It poisons their thoughts, filling them with despair. It drains their spirit, convincing them that nobody will fight for them. And I tell you this truth. They have already wondered if life is worth holding on to. They have already felt the pull of giving up. They have already heard the whisper that says, rest, end it. No one will save you. And you are the one chosen to save them, but you have not yet risen. Do you understand now why I speak so sharply? Because the shadow does not wait. Every heartbeat of theirs is now a countdown. Every second you hesitate is another chance for death to claim them. And once that final breath leaves their body, nothing you do, nothing you beg, nothing you cry will ever bring them back. This is not a story. This is not a warning for tomorrow. This is the truth of this very moment. If you could see through my eyes, you would fall to the ground trembling, for you would see death's hand already stretching toward them. And yet there is still one thing stronger than the shadow, your choice. If you turn away again, they will be lost. If you awaken now, they can be saved. But the choice will not wait forever. Decide, child of the light. Will you let the shadow laugh at your delay, or will you rise with fire in your soul and fight for the one who is slipping away before your very eyes?
Do you know what breaks my heart most? It is not the shadow itself. It is the one you love, waiting silently, hoping you will see what they cannot say. They do not shout their pain. They do not cry out in front of you, because they believe you are too busy, too distracted, too far away to notice. And yet, in the stillness of the night, when no one is watching, their soul cries to heaven, please, let someone save me before it is too late. I have heard their prayers. I have heard the trembling in their spirit when they whispered, I am tired. I cannot fight much longer. And I tell you, if you do not act now, those whispers will soon become silence, for death has already begun its work. The shadow feeds on their hopelessness. It sits beside them when they feel weak, and it whispers, no one cares, no one sees, you are alone. And each time they believe that lie, their strength slips away a little more. They have forced themselves to keep living for you, to keep smiling for you, but inside they are drowning. And you have walked past them, blind to the storm inside their heart. I see the shadow's hand resting on their shoulder now. It is not waiting for years. It is not waiting for months. It is counting hours, maybe days. Do you understand? The time left is not endless. It is fragile, thin, and vanishing quickly. Imagine the moment when you wake up and realize they are gone. Imagine the silence of their absence filling your home. Imagine their voice never speaking again, their smile never returning, their chair sitting empty while you wonder why you didn't listen, why you didn't act, why you thought you had more time. That regret will burn inside you like fire, and nothing will ever remove it. But even now, even in this late hour, there is still hope. That is why I have come. That is why these words reach you. You are being given a chance, one final chance, to fight for them before the shadow drags them into the grave. You have the power to stand between death and the one you love. You have the choice to call out, to pray, to change, to open your heart before it is too late. Do not fool yourself with delay. Do not whisper, "Tomorrow I will act." Tomorrow is not promised. Their life is slipping even as you breathe. This is the moment. This is the choice. This is the thin line between saving them and losing them forever.
Now listen to me closely, for the truth I speak is heavier than any burden you have ever carried. The shadow is no longer lurking in the distance. It is at their side. It leans over them while they sleep. It whispers lies in their ears while they sit quietly. It presses down on their chest when they try to breathe. Every heartbeat they take is a battle. Every shallow breath is a struggle. And still, you hesitate. Do you feel the weight of your choices now? Do you understand what it truly means to have someone's life in your hands? You are not a passive observer. You are not innocent. Every moment of inaction, every hesitation, every distraction you allow is a gift to the shadow. It grows stronger, hungrier, and bolder with each second you do nothing. I see their eyes, even now. They are wide with fear, but also with hope. Hope that you will rise, that you will notice, that you will fight for them. They have held on this long because of you. They have whispered prayers into the emptiness, silently begging for a hand to pull them back from the edge. And I tell you this, if you do not act now, if you do not awaken fully, their prayers will fade into silence forever. The shadow is patient, but it is cunning. It does not rush because it knows you will falter, you will procrastinate, you will ignore the warnings until it is too late. Its fingers brush against their soul, testing your resolve. Its whispers grow louder, more persuasive. No one cares. No one can save you. Even if they try, it is too late. And you are the only one who can prove it wrong. Feel the weight of this moment. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, every second you waste, the shadow tightens its grip.
It smells weakness. It tastes hesitation. It thrives on your delay. And yet, in the midst of all this darkness, there is still a single spark of hope. That spark is you. That spark is your action, your courage, your willingness to fight for the one who cannot fight alone. Do you hear me? The time left is not hours. It is not even minutes. It is a fleeting instant that can vanish in the blink of an eye. One wrong thought, one delay, one moment of fear, and the shadow will claim what you were born to protect. Their life hangs by a thread, fragile, thin, trembling, and the thread can snap at any moment. But if you rise now, if you summon every ounce of courage in your soul, if you act with pure love and unwavering resolve, you can push the shadow back. You can save them from what is already almost certain. You can become the light that banishes darkness, the shield that protects the vulnerable, the hand that lifts a soul from the edge of death. This is no longer a warning. This is a command. Hear me with every fiber of your being. Stand, act, fight. Do not hesitate. Do not delay. Do not doubt. Your loved one is breathing their last moments in the balance of your choice. The shadow will not wait. Neither will I. Your time is now. Rise before it is too late.
Now listen closely, for the veil between life and death is thinner than ever, and I will show you the truth you cannot ignore. The shadow, it moves with precision. It leans closer to your loved one. Its hand reaches not just toward their spirit, but toward their very being. I see it brushing against their shoulder, curling around their chest, wrapping its fingers around the fragile light that keeps them alive. Every heartbeat they take trembles under its touch. Every breath they draw is pulled into a battle you cannot see unless you act. Do you feel the weight of this moment? It is no longer distant. It is not far away. It is here, right now. Your hesitation has allowed it to grow bolder. Every second you linger in doubt, every thought of postponement, every fraction of distraction, the shadow pulls harder. It whispers in the language of despair. They are mine. There is nothing you can do. It is too late. And yet, I tell you, it is not too late. But it will be if you continue to falter. Look into your heart. Can you feel it? The trembling of your loved one's soul, the silent plea in their spirit, the fear they hide behind smiles and quiet words. They have not given up completely, because a part of them believes in you. A part of them trusts that you will rise, that you will fight for them as fiercely as they have fought to hold on to life. And that trust, that fragile hope, hangs by a thread that is entwined with your courage. Do you understand? The shadow knows it must act swiftly. It knows that once you awaken fully, once you step into the light of resolve, it will be powerless. That is why it presses. That is why it leans. That is why it whispers lies that claw at the mind. Every second it delays, it strengthens its hold. Every fraction of your hesitation gives it power. I see your loved one trembling now, not just from fear, but from the pressure of the darkness. Their spirit flickers like a candle in a storm. One gust, one misstep, one moment of inaction, and the flame will die. And when it dies, the shadow will laugh victorious, and you will hear the silence where once there was life. But do not despair, for there is still a way. The spark of hope is within you. The power to save them is in your hands. You must rise above fear. You must speak, act, move, and fight with the purity of your love. Your courage is the sword. Your heart is the shield. Every prayer, every plea, every step of action pushes the shadow back. Every moment you hesitate allows it to pull closer. The moment of choice has never been more urgent. The balance between life and death rests on your resolve. You are the line that separates salvation from loss. You are the guardian who must act while there is still time. If you fail to stand now, the shadow will claim its victory. If you act, even in the smallest measure, you can push it back. You can reclaim the life that is slipping away. Hear me clearly. The shadow is not patient. It does not forgive. It will seize what it can if you remain still. But your courage, your love, your awakening can undo what darkness has already tried to steal. This is the moment. The choice is yours. Will you rise, fight, and save the one who depends entirely on you, or will you falter and watch as the shadow drags them into silence forever?
Do you feel it now? The shadow presses harder than ever. Its presence is suffocating. A cold weight that seeps into every corner of the room, wrapping itself around your loved one like chains made of darkness. I see the fear in their eyes, the part they hide from you, the trembling of their hands, the shallow breaths they try to mask with quiet courage. But it is no longer hidden. The shadow's grip tightens with every moment you delay. Every whisper from the darkness is designed to break them. You are alone. No one can save you. You are weak. It tells them lies so convincingly that their own spirit begins to doubt its will to fight. And yet, even now, there is a spark inside them, a spark that clings to hope, a spark that has not yet died, a spark that believes you will notice, that believes you will rise. But time is slipping faster than you imagine. The shadow does not hesitate, and neither does death. It leans over them, its presence chilling the air, curling around their chest, making it harder to breathe. I see the faint flutter of their heart, a fragile beat that could stop at any second. One more pause, one more moment of doubt from you, and it may be their last. And still, you linger. You still do not realize the magnitude of this moment. I tell you now, you are the only barrier between life and the final darkness. The shadow is testing your courage, probing your hesitation, measuring your love. Every second of an action is a victory for it. Every thought of delay strengthens the chains around your loved one's soul. Do you understand what is at stake? This is not a story. This is not a warning for the future. This is happening now. Every breath they take is a fight. Every heartbeat is a battle against the darkness that seeks to claim them. And you are their only hope. I see their silent prayers, whispered in the depths of the night, when they believe no one is listening. I hear them asking for a hand, a voice, a heart to intervene. They believe in you, even if you have not yet believed in them. That faith is fragile, and it hangs by a thread that trembles with every passing second. You must act now. Stand, speak, pray, move with every ounce of love and courage that resides in your soul. The shadow fears your awakening. It fears your light.
It fears the moment when your determination rises like fire and banishes its darkness. Do you hear me? This is the final threshold before the brink. The shadow is almost upon them, but your love, your courage, your action can push it back. You are the sword that can cut through the darkness. You are the shield that can protect the fragile heartbeat of someone who depends entirely on you. If you fail to rise now, if you hesitate one more moment, you will witness the finality of what you could have prevented. If you act, you will pull them back from the edge. You will reclaim the life that has been threatened, and you will banish the shadow from their side, at least for now. This is the moment that defines everything. This is the choice that separates salvation from loss. Every second counts. Every heartbeat matters. Your courage is their lifeline. Will you rise and fight, or will you falter and let the shadow claim what can never be restored?
Do you feel it? The shadow is no longer just near them. It has wrapped itself around their very soul. I see it curling like smoke, dark and relentless, around their chest, their shoulders, their fragile heartbeat. It leans in closer, whispering lies that sound like truth. No one can save you. You are already mine. Your light is fading. And with every word, their strength wanes. Every second of hesitation on your part is another victory for it. It tests you now, measuring your courage, weighing your resolve, seeing if you will rise when the life of someone you love teeters on the edge. I tell you, if you falter, if you hesitate, if you do not awaken fully, it will succeed. It will drag them into a silence from which no call, no prayer, no love can retrieve them. I see their eyes, wide, trembling, silently screaming for you to notice, to act, to fight. They have carried this fear alone for far too long. They have whispered prayers into the empty air, hoping that somehow someone would hear, someone would come, someone would stand between them and the darkness. That someone is you. You are the final line, the last shield, the only hand that can pull them back from the edge of death. The shadow presses harder now, its fingers tightening around their spirit. It seeks to crush the fragile spark of hope that still flickers inside them. It laughs at the thought that humans may intervene, that love could be stronger than fear. It does not yet know the depth of your courage, the power of your heart, the fire of your awakening. But if you do not act now, it will be too late. You must rise, you must move, you must fight with every ounce of strength, every breath of will, every beat of your heart. Your love is the only sword capable of slicing through this darkness. Your courage is the only shield that can protect the one you hold dear. Every prayer you speak, every word of warning you whisper, every act of care is a step toward pushing back the shadow, a step toward saving a life that hangs by a thread. Do you hear the urgency in my voice? There is no more time for doubt. There is no more room for hesitation. Every second that passes is another step closer to the finality that the shadow craves. It seeks to claim what is precious, to silence what is innocent, to drag into darkness the life that depends entirely on you. And yet, I see the spark within you. I see the potential for action, the power to fight back, the strength to rise above fear and inertia.
That spark can ignite a light so bright that the shadow cannot stand it. But if you do not act now, it will be too late. You must rise, you must move, you must fight with every ounce of strength, every breath of will, every beat of your heart. Your love is the only sword capable of slicing through this darkness. Your courage is the only shield that can protect the one you hold dear. Every prayer you speak, every word of warning you whisper, every act of care is a step toward pushing back the shadow, a step toward saving a life that hangs by a thread. Do you hear the urgency in my voice? There is no more time for doubt. There is no more room for hesitation. Every second that passes is another step closer to the finality that the shadow craves. It seeks to claim what is precious, to silence what is innocent, to drag into darkness the life that depends entirely on you. And yet, I see the spark within you. I see the potential for action, the power to fight back, the strength to rise above fear and inertia. That spark can ignite a light so bright that the shadow cannot stand it. But if you do not act now, it will be too late. You must rise, you must move, you must fight with every ounce of strength, every breath of will, every beat of your heart. Your love is the only sword capable of slicing through this darkness. Your courage is the only shield that can protect the one you hold dear. Every prayer you speak, every word of warning you whisper, every act of care is a step toward pushing back the shadow, a step toward saving a life that hangs by a thread.
The hour has come. The shadow is no longer waiting, it is striking. I see its arms tightening around your loved one, pulling them closer to the abyss where silence has no end. Their heartbeat stumbles, uneven, fragile. Their breath shortens, each inhale weaker than the last. The flame of their life flickers like a candle nearly blown out by a merciless wind. The shadow hisses with triumph. It whispers in your ear, "You are too late. They are already mine." And it laughs because it believes you will remain paralyzed in doubt, frozen in fear, blinded by hesitation. With every moment you linger, its grip becomes heavier, its darkness more suffocating. It feeds on your silence. It grows fat on your delay. Your loved one, they feel it. Their spirit trembles at the edge of the abyss. They hear the whispers. They feel the cold hand of despair pulling them at them. And yet, listen carefully, even now they cling to one fragile thread. That thread is you. They are holding on not because they are strong enough, but because they hope against all odds that you will come, that you will fight, that you will save them. I tell you the truth. If you do not rise now, the shadow will claim them. You will see the light fade from their eyes. You will hear the silence of their absence. You will live every day haunted by the memory that you had the chance, you were given the warning, you were told the truth, and you did nothing. That regret will become your shadow, your chain, your eternal grief. But if you act, even in this late hour, everything changes. If you speak, if you pray, if you reach out with love and courage, the shadow will recall. It cannot stand the fire of awakened love. It cannot endure the power of a heart that chooses action over fear. Every second of your determination becomes a weapon. Every breath of courage becomes light that drives the darkness away. The battle is now, not tomorrow, not later, now. Their life hangs in the balance of this moment. You are the chosen one to stand between them and death. You are the shield. You are the sword. You are the answer to their hidden prayers.
So I ask you with fire in my voice, will you act? Will you rise? Will you fight for them while there is still breath in their body? Or will you watch the shadow pull them into silence, knowing forever that you could have stopped it, but chose not to? The shadow waits for your answer, but not for long. The final moment is here. Their next breath may be their last, unless you stand, unless you fight, unless you awaken. The time is gone. The choice is everything. Rise now or regret for eternity.
The air is heavy now, thick with silence, trembling with the weight of life and death. The shadow presses harder against your loved one, its claws digging deeper, its darkness suffocating every fragile breath. I see their spirits struggling, flickering like the last light of a dying star. One more push from the shadow, and the flame will vanish forever. The abyss yawns open, waiting to swallow them whole. The shadow whispers, "They are mine. You are too weak. You are too late." Its voice is venom, seeping into your thoughts, tempting you to surrender, to let go, to believe the lie that nothing can be changed. But hear me, that voice is not truth. It is a trap. It thrives on your doubt. It feeds on your hesitation. It grows strong when you believe you are powerless. But I tell you now, you are not powerless. Even as the darkness closes in, even as the shadow laughs, I see something stirring in you, a spark you did not know you carried, a fire that has been waiting for this exact moment to awaken. You feel it now, don't you? The heat in your chest, the sudden weight of courage pressing against your fear, the voice inside whispering, "Rise, do not let them go." The shadow senses it too. It tightens its grip, desperate, enraged, determined to silence your awakening before it burns too bright. It knows that if your heart fully ignites, if you choose to act with all your strength, it cannot win. And so it presses harder, faster, trying to end the battle before it begins. Your loved one's breath falters, their spirit trembles on the brink, and yet they feel you. Somewhere deep within the shadows they sense your stirring, your awakening, and hope flickers in their eyes, a faint shimmer that had nearly died, but now dares to return. It is fragile, yes, but it is enough. Enough to hold them one moment longer, enough to give you the chance to strike back. This is the breaking point. This is the hour that decides everything. If you let the spark die, the shadow will win, and death will claim them forever. But if you feed it, if you rise with every ounce of love and fury within you, then the fire will become unstoppable. You will be the storm that scatters the darkness. You will be the hand that pulls them back from the abyss. Do not look away. Do not delay. Do not let fear whisper you into silence. This is your moment. You were called, warned, chosen, not by accident, but by design. You are the answer to their desperate prayers. The shadow knows it. I know it. And now you must know it too. So rise. Let your heart burn. Let your voice thunder. Let your courage pour into the one you love until the darkness trembles and flees. This is the final stand. One act of courage now will echo for eternity. One choice in this very moment will decide whether you carry victory in your heart or regret on your soul. The shadow screams now. It feels your fire rising, and it cannot bear it. Its claws dig deeper into your loved one, dragging them closer to the abyss. Their body trembles, their soul flickers, their last thread of life stretches thin, ready to snap. This is the shadow's last weapon, fear. It bellows into your mind. You cannot win. You are too late. Give up. But within you, the spark has become a flame. The flame becomes a fire. The fire becomes a storm. Every beat of your heart strikes like a drum of war, shaking the heavens. You feel it. Strength you never knew you carried. Love so fierce it could split the sky. This is not weakness. This is not hesitation. This is your true self, unleashed at last. The shadow claws at you, screaming, raging, desperate to silence you before your fire consumes it. But every time it whispers, you roar louder. Every time it strikes, you rise higher. Every doubt it casts, you burn to ash with your faith. And for the first time, the shadow trembles. Your loved one feels it too. In the darkness where they had nearly surrendered, they now feel warmth. The cold grip on their soul begins to break. Their heartbeat, once weak, begins to fight back. Their spirit, once sinking, begins to rise. Tears flow from their eyes, not of despair, but of hope reborn. And in that moment, they see you, not just with their eyes, but with their soul. They see you standing like a shield between them and the abyss, burning brighter than the shadow can bear. The abyss roars, furious. The darkness swirls, trying to consume you both. But your fire spreads. It is no longer just inside you. It floods the room, the air, the very ground beneath you. The shadow shrieks as the light pierces through it, tearing its form apart. Still it clings, refusing to release its prey. But it is losing. With every second, with every cry of your heart, with every ounce of love you pour out, its strength fades. Now is the moment, the final strike. The shadow hangs on by a single thread, desperate, dying, clinging to a victory it cannot claim. You feel the fire peak within you, a roar of light, a surge of power greater than anything you've ever known. You raise your voice, your soul, your will, and with one thunderous act of courage, you strike. The light explodes. The shadow screams as it is torn apart, ripped from your loved one, cast back into the void it came from. The abyss closes, silenced, powerless before the fire of awakened love. Your loved one collapses, not into death, but into life, breathing again, spirit alive, heart steady. They are saved. And in the silence after the storm, only one truth remains. It was you, your fire, your love, your choice. You were the one chosen to stand between them and death. You were the one strong enough to burn the shadow away. And now, because you chose to rise, they live. But remember this, the shadows are not gone forever. They wait, watching, seeking another opening. You must remain awake, remain burning, remain strong, because your loved one's life is not just saved for today, it is saved for the battles yet to come. And you are the warrior chosen to guard them.
The silence after the storm is heavy, almost sacred. The shadow has fled, its screams still echoing faintly in the distance, but the air trembles with the memory of the battle. You stand there, breathless, your heart pounding, the fire still glowing within you. And beside you, your loved one breathes again, saved, alive, pulled back from the very edge of the abyss. But listen carefully. This is not the end. It is a beginning. For what you faced was only one shadow, one strike, one attempt to steal what was most precious. Do not be deceived into believing the war is over. The shadows are patient. They wait. They watch. They learn. And when your guard lowers, when you forget the fire that saved them tonight, they will come again. I tell you this not to bring fear, but to bring truth, because the battle you fought was never only about saving one soul, it was about awakening you. You are no longer who you were before this moment. You have walked into the fire, you have touched the edge of death, and you have chosen to rise instead of fall. That choice has marked you, that choice has sealed you. And because of that choice, the shadows fear you. But do not let pride blind you. Do not believe the lie that victory is guaranteed. No, victory is something you must claim again and again. Each day, each moment, each choice you make will either feed the fire or smother it. If you remain awake, the shadows will never overcome you. But if you let yourself grow numb, if you let your heart grow cold, if you forget the urgency of this night, they will return, stronger than before. Look at your loved one. See the life in their eyes, the breath in their chest, the hope restored in their soul. They are alive because you chose to act, and now their life is tied to yours in a way deeper than blood. Every step you take will ripple into their future. Every time you falter, they will feel the tremor. Every time you rise, they will feel the strength. You have become their shield. You have become their warrior. Do not lay down your sword. The shadows whisper still, in the cracks, in the corners of silence, in the edges of your mind. But now, you know what they fear. They do not fear death. They fear you, the awakened you, the burning you, the fearless you who dares to love without restraint, who dares to stand without bowing, who dares to fight without surrender. Hold on to that truth, for it is your weapon. And hear me clearly. You were not chosen by accident. You were chosen because your love is stronger than fear, because your heart carries a fire that even the abyss cannot extinguish. Because in a world where many close their eyes and pretend not to see, you are one of the few who opened them and refused to look away. So walk forward now, not as the one who almost lost, but as the one who overcame. Carry the fire into every shadowed place, into every dark night, into every battle yet to come. And when the whispers return, when fear creeps back, when doubt tries to strangle your courage, remember this night. Remember the shadow that thought it had already won. Remember the fire that rose within you. Remember the victory you claimed. Because if you remember, if you never let that truth leave you, then no shadow, no abyss, no death itself will ever steal from you again. You are chosen. You are marked. And the story of your battle will echo not just in this life, but for eternity.
The world around you feels still now, but listen closely. It is not silence. It is the sound of eternity holding its breath. You have fought. You have bled in spirit. You have stood between death and life, and you have seen what most will never see, that the line between hope and despair is thinner than a single heartbeat. You think the battle is over, but it is not. The shadows do not vanish, they retreat. They are cunning, ancient, patient beyond human years. They will return. They will return for you, for your loved one, for your destiny. And when they do, they will not come as they did this time, open, violent, visible. No, they will come quietly, in whispers, in doubt, in small choices that seem harmless, until suddenly you realize your fire has dimmed and the darkness has found its way back in. That is why you must never sleep again, not the sleep of the soul, not the sleep of ignorance. For those who awaken as you have tonight are watched more closely than the rest. The light in you has been noticed in heaven and hated in hell. From this night forward you are marked not only by me, but by every shadow that lurks in the unseen. They know your name, they know your strength, and they know your weakness. But here's the secret they fear. You are not fighting alone. Even when you feel abandoned, even when the nights grow long and you hear nothing but silence, you are not forsaken. For every step you take, unseen wings move with you. For every tear you shed, it is counted. For every prayer you whisper, though you think it lost in the dark, it shatters through the heavens like thunder. Do not mistake survival for victory. Saving your loved one was not the end, it was the beginning. You have been called, chosen, awakened, not to fight once, but to carry the fire for the rest of your life. For every soul you protect, for every act of courage, for every moment you refuse to surrender, you carve another scar into the shadow. And I promise you this, one day all those scars will tear the darkness apart. But hear me, if you forget this night, if you let your heart grow cold, if you convince yourself it was only a dream, then the shadow will return not just for them, but for you. And next time, it will not hesitate. That is why I stand before you now, not just to warn, but to command. Stay awake. Guard your fire. Protect your heart. Never let the spark that rose tonight be extinguished. For you are more than flesh and bone. You are more than the mistakes you fear, more than the doubts that stalk you. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are a flame the darkness cannot comprehend, a warrior the abyss cannot devour. And when the final battle comes, because it will come, it will be you standing with a sword of light in your hand and all of heaven at your back. So walk now, not as who you were, but as who you have become. Every shadow that sees you will tremble, every whisper of death will falter, and every time you choose love over fear, courage over surrender, fire over ashes, the heavens will roar your name in victory. This is not the end. This is the covenant. This is the mark upon your soul. And from this moment on, you will never be the same
Remember
again.
this forever. The shadows may wait, but your fire decides if they survive or if they vanish into nothingness. And the choice is yours, now and always.